That'll be posted later. Hello! Ooh, what's in my sack? Liquid! Hello, Portland! How are you? It's really good to be here. I've been here before. Yeah. Spent some time in Portland. I've had some of Portland in me. What's wrong with you? I'm a foodie. I love the food here. You all are rude. And I love you for that. Hello, Mr. Signer. How are ya? What's your name? Don't stop signing. They won't know what I'm saying. Jesus Christ, that's your job. No, I know that's not how you say it. It's like this. Come on. There you go. And then if it's something, it's... Or... Oh, how's that one? Oh, you don't know? I just did it. All right. All right, don't get testy with me. Just having fun. Anyway, I'll be picking on you later, okay? Because I love my deaf people. We love them. We got it, all right? Okay. Where are they? There they are, right there. Where are they sitting? Is there a couple of them? Or are you just signing there for the hell of it? Where are they? Applaud! Where are you guys? Jesus, there's none in the house. He's just sitting there by himself signing away. I love it. You keep going, bro. Oh, it's so good to be here. Well, you know, if you've seen my panels before, I usually just feed off of you guys, so to speak. I like just doing the Q&A and, you know, answering the questions, going from there. I love the fact that they're standing room only. It's good. You're all okay over there? People, are they not letting any more in? No? In the hallway, just tell them everything's fine, then shut the door in their faces. Don't be late next time, goddammit! I'm at the table. There's a few seats down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 seats. So the first 9 people there, come and sit over here. The first 9, don't all run, count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Lady in the sweatshirt, you're the last one. Great, come over here, sit down. There's any seats over there? 2 of them? Raise your hand if you've got an empty seat next to you, right? So just start filling in the empty seats. You got empty seats over there? Raise your hand. If you got empty seats next to you, be polite and gracious, and if someone looks like they're old and haggard, let them sit down. All right, just come in and sit down. Let's do this in a family manner. There we go, come on in, and then if you're sitting next to somebody hot, take inappropriate pictures and text them to me. Because there were some hotties today, I'm telling you. They should call this place Port Man. Where's the big cutie that looks like he's 18 years old, but he's a lot older? Where is he? No, you're the other one. Sit down. I've already groped your crotch. I'm moving on. Where is he? He's got the Doctor Who t-shirt on. He said, I might come to your panel if he's not here, and then he can piss right off. Is he here? No? Oh my God, I feel so hurt. I let him touch me. Inappropriately. In front of his girlfriend who was wet. Anyway. No! Come on! It was raining outside. She was wet. You guys are bad. But I love ya! Are you alright, Belle? You just saw an ass. I know the Beast never showed you anything like that, but believe me, he's gonna show you something when he turns into the prince. And it's not very big. Because I was the Beast. Never a prince. Always a princess. I'd look better in that dress anyway. I'll swap ya. Okay, no, we'll do it later. We'll do it later. I wouldn't be able to fit that over my thighs. Anyway, so let's go to questions. Right up to the point. You're so far back there. What's your name?
Sean.
Hi, Sean. Get out of here. Next. Oh, yes. Oh, you're all very, very emotional today. I love it. Hey, doctor, do me a favor. Get in the box and go. Oh, no! Is it on wheels? Is it? Really?
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't you afford the real one? I know hard times are hard, doctor, but they were always hard when I was with you. Always open to me. I was always allowed in your box. Right, go write some fan fiction and then we'll talk. Yes. Sorry, what was your name again?
Sean.
Get out of here. Anyway. Yes, Sean.
I wanted to bring something back from the producers that you were on. I was wondering if you
Bring something back?
Yeah, I was
Were
wondering
you
if
there?
I wish it was.
Oh.
But I was wondering if you could sing Springtime for Hitler.
Hell no. You know, I get asked to do that a lot, and we don't have a picture purposely because it just really wouldn't look right, me signing a picture of me as a blonde Nazi. I'm open to a lot of things, but that I'm not. I was in Dusseldorf, Germany, right? And I'm doing a panel like this, and someone stood up, and I said, "What's your name?" They said, "My name is Hans." I'm like, "Hello, Hans." I'll be Gretel. And I said, "What would you, question, Hans?" He said, "Yes." Just like he said, "I love the producers." That's my bad Pakistani accent, I'm German. It's been a long day. And he said, "Would you sing Springtime for Hitler?" I'm like, "Are you freaking crazy? You want me to sing Springtime for Hitler in Germany? To Germans? Are you crazy?" And he went, "Oh yes, it'd be so fun." "We are beyond that." I went, "No, I don't give a shit if you're beyond that." I am not putting the hand up. You got the idea, right? Oh my goodness. No, I had a good time filming that movie, but I cannot sing it for you. It just wouldn't be right. I'm not gonna do it, no. Just go order the movie or buy the song on iTunes. Okay? I'm not singing it! No, don't shout at me to sing. I'll sing if I want to. 'Cause it's my party and I cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you. I'm seeing if you're keeping up. I could be like one of those speed talkers. Like, bang, 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 bang. Thank you. Yes, over here. Hi.
Hi. My name is Sadie, and I'm a huge fan.
Sadie, you a sexy little girl. Stop it. Sadie's just gonna laugh. She'll wet herself in 5 minutes. It'll be awesome. You all right, Sadie?
Yes.
Go ahead.
So, what was it like to meet the doctor and actually work with him?
Awful. Terrible breath. Awful teeth. Nothing to look at. I can't say anymore. No, it was awesome. It was really great. The fact that when I got the phone call, when I went in for the meeting about Captain Jack Harkness, and I was meeting with the... Thank you. All right, that reaction. No, I went in and when I had the meeting and we spoke, and it was literally within 20 minutes after the meeting, I was able to get back into central London. My niece was waiting for me. I went in on, what's really funny is I had motorcycle gear on when I walked into the meeting. I walked in and I took my helmet off. I had longer hair, shook my hair out. And apparently Russell T. Davies and Phil Collinson, when I walked in, were like this. I only found that out afterwards. They're like, you walked in, you took your helmet off and were shaking your head. We were both going, oh my God. And I had leather pants on, right? Which is why in the first episode, Jack, first cut after we did the Empty Child, Jack wore leather pants. I guess I made an impression. By the way, those were my own leather pants because they didn't have it in the budget to buy leather pants. That is my contribution to Doctor Who. S&M gear. Wait, don't send her away. I'm not done with her yet. So when I got back to central London and my niece was waiting for me, she asked me, she said, Uncle John, what was the meeting about? And I'm like, can't tell you. Can't tell you. And then the phone rang and I went, hello. And they said, John, we've just passed the tape up to the heads of the BBC and everybody says that you are the definitive and there's no doubt you are Captain Jack Harkness and you will be on Doctor Who. And I turned to my niece and I went, I got it! And I ran, kid you not, and I hit the wall with my foot. I did a backflip off the wall. I landed on my feet. And this old granny came up to me and said, all right, Dave, what's the matter? And I went, I can't tell you! But keep watching the telly because if you're not dead before it comes out! I went, I'm gonna be on Doctor Who. And she went, huh? Doesn't matter! I told someone, but you're deaf and you didn't hear me, no problem! Woo! That's how it all happened, girl. Yes!
Hey there. I just wanted to know what insights you could give on LGBT characters in sci-fi and where you see the future of LGBT characters in sci-fi going.
It's kind of, it's funny because I don't know how to phrase this because I have never let anybody say no to me. No, not that way. Well, actually, yes, that way. But
You're on my freebie list.
Everybody loves a Portland otter. Really, he's blushing now. And your wife's like that other girl covered in water. Anyway, I'm assuming.
Husband, actually.
Husband! Have you heard of a Portland pasty? Well, I'm gonna be the meat in the middle.
We'll be fine with that in my address.
Really? Kids, I'm talking about a cooking show. We're gonna make meat sandwiches. They're so good. Sausage or beef, sausage or beef. Put a bun in the oven. What did you put in my coffee? Okay, where do I see it going? Well, the one thing that we really wanted to do, and I can only go with what I have experienced, okay? Growing up, there was never any characters on television that I could relate to. There was Billy Crystal in Soap, who was not the type of gay man or gay kid that I was. Because I love to play with my action figures. I also love to be silly, but I like to also play football. We used to play it in a little patch of ground in the place where I grew up called Pressbury. And we would play touch football. I love that game. And we used to play football. So I was seeing all these stereotypes. And I knew I was, at that point, I didn't know a word of how I was feeling. So when I was older and I was put to the decision, someone said to me, we talked about being gay and being out, and I just, said, that I was gay, and the guy looked at me and he goes, "Do you realize you've just come out to me?" And I'm like, dude, I'm 32 years old, and I've never really, denied anything in the past. I live with another man, I live in a house in Chelsea, and I have 2 fabulously groomed dogs. What are you missing? And I'm in musical theater. Duh! So, when I got the job as Captain Jack, one of the things that, they said, we call him omnisexual for a reason, because it's kind of an open label, so he can be anything that he wants to be, and he's just a sexual being. But for the fact that I was then an openly gay man playing, and I'm saying this because you're all sitting in this room, and there's got to be well over 1,000 of you or more, but you guys accepted him, and I'm an openly gay man playing an action hero, and that was unheard of. When we used to use the term the 21st century is when it all changes in Torchwood, we didn't realize that we were actually changing things, doing what we were doing. I'm really fortunate and we get some complaints from other people saying that it is, a lot of gay men and gay women and transgender people are stereotyped on television. Now, you might get upset from me saying this, but I'm just being truthful. Yes, there are stereotypes, but the fact that they're on television is a huge, huge step forward. What we need to do now is make it norm. We need to make sure that people know that sorry to preach a little bit, guys, I'll shut up in a second. But in our community, there's diversity like there is in every other community, right? That's where I think it's going, because now you have other characters in the sci-fi world that are coming out. On Arrow, we had a lesbian, right? And it's not, but she's not defined as, oh, this is a lesbian. She just happens to be a girl who's fallen in love with another girl, right? You know what I'm talking about, right? Nissa. Yeah. So it's that, and I still get people coming up to me and going, "This is my gay son." That's cool, because that's the way that person is getting that acceptance, and it's helping them. But one day I'd just like them to go, "This is my son, and this is his boyfriend." So I think things are changing, and it's really good. And I think there should be a superhero team where they're all gay. And the odd man out is the straight guy, or the straight girl. But then there's like one person, one character who's kind of like Omni, or Pan. Is that the word? Who's Pan and will do anybody, right? That's me. Is that it? Is that good?
That's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes.
Hi, my name's Haley. Wow, that's loud. Anyways, we love you as Captain Jack Harkness. That goes without saying.
I can tell.
Brilliantly terrifying as Malcolm Merlin.
I know.
How's the hand, by the way?
Huh?
How's the hand, by the way, on that one?
Seems to be fine.
But
yeah, just keep watching the show.
What is your favorite role that you have done in all of your work, and why?
I don't answer favorite questions.
No?
No, because if I answer a favorite question, I say this is my favorite, you guys will never let me change my frickin' mind. Because then I'll say, oh, no, I forgot. They're like, no! In Portland, you said! But that was 2016, I don't care! This is 2024, I don't care! Yeah, every job to me is different. Every job, I only accept work because I want to. because someone gave me very good advice very early on in my career, and I was doing musicals, and they said, you know, John, only do something because you want to, not because you have to. If you have to do it because you have to, then you do it, and you complete it, but then you find something that you want to do. Because we've all had to do things that we don't really want to do work-wise, but we've had to do them, you know what I'm saying? Pay the bank, man, right? Yeah. So I have been fortunate that I've had a huge fan base that has followed me in everything that I've done and supported me. So I'm living like the most glorious career in life because of you guys. So each character has a soft spot for me. I love Captain Jack Harkness because he changed my life and he put me on a map of the sci-fi world, and I became, and I'm saying this because I feel it, I became an icon of the sci-fi world, and I absolutely am thrilled. And I get, you know, other jobs come along and I do things, my musical roles, all that kind of stuff, my recording, and then I get a phone call from the producers of Arrow saying, these are the exact words, we've got this show we're creating, but we don't think you'll say yes to this. And they explained it all to me, and I said, guys, the same passion that came out of your mouths came out of exactly Russell's and Julie Gardner's and Phil Collinson when I got Captain Jack. I want to be a part of this world. I don't care how much you're paying me, I want to be a part of it. I want to help create it, because who gets that chance as an actor, again, to become an iconic superhero, troubled villain. I don't see him as being a bad guy, so piss off. I don't care what you say, he's good. And I'm gonna play him that way. So, every character, every show I've done, everything that you have seen me on YouTube or on television or doing, know that I'm doing it from my heart and soul because I absolutely cherish it, love it, and adore it. And every single one of them has a special place for me. Yes.
Hi, John. My name is Liesel.
Hi, Liesel. I'm Friedrich. So long, farewell. I've got to take a poo.
I want to thank you for so much happy you bring to my life, and lots of others.
I'm really happy about that. Yes?
And my question is about the song Skyscraper, because that's my, pump myself up song, and I wanted to know what it means for you, and if there's a reason you choose to sing it, and if you want to sing it.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I sang it on my last album, which is called You Raise Me Up, available on iTunes. You can buy this. You can buy the Skyscraper, so you can buy the songs individually, actually. Why did I choose it? Because I like what it says. Let's see the words that we're hearing. What is the beginning of the verse? It's been so long, oh my God.
You can take anything I have.
You can take everything I have. You can take everything I am. Like I'm made of glass, like I'm made of paper. Go on and try to tear me down. I will be rising from the ground like a skyscraper. For me, exactly what it says. You can, and you know, I know a lot of you out there have been through this. Listen, we've all at some point been bullied and pushed around. Well, piss off. You can take everything I am, you can pull me down, tear me down, but I'm gonna build myself right back up, and I'm gonna be a bigger frickin' skyscraper than yours, Donald Trump. Song means to me, because that's what the song is about. It's about being who you are and standing tall and being proud and not being allowing anybody to make you feel like you're some piece of crap, because you know what? They're the ones who should be the piece of crap. And also, I married an architect and it's about building. You're welcome. It's a really good song, by the way, and I sing the crap out of it. Yes.
My name's Anya,
face of Bo?
Yeah.
Yes. This becomes this. Nobody knows. However, there is a speech in an episode, I'm not sure if it's Doctor Who or Torchwood. Does anybody know? Shh, wait a minute.
Actually, the episode after we went to the end of time.
Yep.
And then you came off, and it was.
It was actually the episode I went to the end of time, then I came off.
And then David Tennant and I forget the other girl.
You forgot the other girl because you were too busy looking at me.
And you said that.
No, I know that, but you're talking about when I revealed that I was the face of Bo. That was that was after we came back, and it was Freema Agyeman who plays Martha, and myself, and I walked away, and I turned around and said, you know, when I was young, I was the poster child. They used to call me the face of Bo, and at that point, even in my apartment, when we were watching it having pizza, I walked over to the window and I opened the window up, and David went, "What are you doing?" I went, "I'm listening to the nation's jaw drop." There's another instance where Captain Jack is talking, and again, forgive me because I've had so many scripts in my head and I can't tell you the episode number, but at some point I'm going to go back and review, find out where it is because I have to talk about it an awful lot. Captain Jack actually describes how many times and the different ways that he has died. And he says, I've been stabbed in the chest, I've been hit over the head, I've been, javelin, da-da-da-da. Oh, I've never done this. And then he says what it is. That's where I, as the fanboy and the geek, think where it all happened. And they've separated his body and put it somewhere and put his head elsewhere. So his body's still alive and is around because you know he comes back together if he's ever blown apart or all that kind of stuff. You know? You were a little late on that reaction. Thank you. So that's where I think it happened and how it happened. But I don't want to tell you because I like little Easter eggs. I like you to find those things for yourselves. Because I know some of you watch the series over and over and over. Awesome. Is that all right, sweetheart? Yeah? Thank you. Anya was your name, wasn't it? Thank you. Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
If one of the characters you have or still do play were to get a catchphrase, which character would you want that to be? And what would you want the catchphrase to be?
Well, I've already had a catchphrase. Captain Jack Harkness. Hello. I was only saying hello. Jack. That's a catchphrase. Malcolm Merlin, it's I will kill you. Yes.
Hi, John.
Hi.
My name is Sammy.
You got Oliver Queen on your boobs. Where does that leave me? Stop it. Yes.
I don't know. Why don't you find out?
Because I'll tell you where I've got Oliver Queen right now. Luke Skywalker's on my chest. I love having Luke Skywalker all over my chest. I'm wearing a tank top, you guys. Question, yes.
Okay, my question for you is...